Hello fellow people and welcome back to Elin. My name is Gidon and we have just at the end of the last episode finished crafting some basic equipment like a spear, a birch bucket and a boomerang. And we've just entered the puppy cave, so we can rescue the puppy for... I forgot the name of the lady that's in our base. Close the window, sorry. And we're gonna rescue that puppy. And we have a few tools now at our disposal. Now granted, this is a pretty early time to go into the puppy cave. There's definitely much more you can do in the base to, you know, make the chances a little better. But I think it's fine. We do have the spear as a melee weapon, which is, we have quite a decent pole arm skill and a two-handed skill. But we also have this boomerang to attack from afar. We have these bandages, which are very important for healing. And we have 3 potions of blindness and 3 potions of confusion. And those we can use to good effect in a precarious situation. So let's start here. Let's start throwing the boomerang. Huh? Exploring a cave already? You're becoming like a real adventurer. But before you go deeper, take a look at yourself. You sure that's enough armor? Caves have lots of enemies. If you have an unequipped slot or two, you might want to turn back for your own safety. At your base, you can craft simple weapons and armor, or you can browse the shops in town. Protection value, PV, is especially a crucial stat that reduces the damage you take from enemies. If you find enemy attacks too harsh, try increasing your defense. Yeah, we did what we could. Okay, I haven't hit the goblin, my boomerang, so now I have to use our melee weapon. And there's another pooted here, we can just kill that one. Alright, so far so good. First 2 enemies killed. Now these caves are where the good stuff is. We just found a bottle of chili in that cave. And that is pretty good. I'm also gonna collect some of this moss because, you know, we have some vines. Now this over here, this is like a hermit crab, and these enemies are interesting because, you know, they have a pretty hard shell and they're pretty hard to kill. However, we already have a pretty good chance at hitting them and dealing some damage because, you know, pole arm and two-handed skill, they are adding up. I'm gonna just throw the boomerang here because it was fleeing from me, and that's a snail. Oh, whoops. So if you don't have the boomerang equipped in your hand, if you have like, if your hands are empty or you have a tool like this in your hand, then right-clicking will engage auto combat. You see? It says auto here in the tooltip. And you most likely don't want to do that because you have to react. Like, what if the monster deals a lot of damage and the auto combat won't stop and then you die because you couldn't react because it was just fighting automatically. So you kind of have to pay attention a little bit. So I just pressed 1 to get my boomerang back on my hand, and now it's like turn-based again. So yeah, you either have to pay attention or you go to the no, not to the config. You go to your character menu and you go to strategy over here, and there's some settings you can do for auto combat. For example, you can, you know, have a general strategy. So for default it's archer, so that means it will use ranged combat when it can and when enemies are far away. So that's what happened here. We can also click on details, so we can, you know, we can program that even more. But we're not going to do any of that. Just going to disable the auto combat because, you know, auto combat is something for when you've played a long time and your character is like really strong and you're breezing through like some low level dungeons, then you can turn on auto combat. You only do that when you're completely 100% sure that you just won't randomly die. And what you can also do in this menu, you can have an ally strategy. So you can tell, for example, your ally that they will always stay by you while in combat, which is, I think, that is an important setting, because especially in low level, if I would take my bear cub with me, which I'm gonna do after this dungeon, then they keep just, you know, attacking enemies that are far away. They will run away from you, then they will get swarmed and they will die. You know, it's just another avenue of control, of extra control you can put on yourself by checking this option. So it's a good idea to make your ally always stay with you. So when you run away, your companion will run away as well. All right. So far so good. We have some stalagmites here, more copper rocks. With our axe, we can't collect any of these, sadly. There's another hermit crab. And boomerangs are good. You know, all I have is like 1.21 throwing skill. But boomerangs are especially good against hermit crabs. If you are having trouble getting hits in against the hermit crabs, the boomerang, it seems to have quite good accuracy. Like it has a 89% hit chance. We compare that with the spear that has 91 because of all my skill. But you know, even completely unskilled, it has good hit chance and, you know, the same amount of penetration. And also against hermit crabs, the boomerang does you smash the hermit crabs. It does smashing damage. And that is good against the hermit crab's shell. So a boomerang is a good tool, even in melee. With my other character, which is not so melee oriented, I keep just using the boomerang also in melee against like enemies like hermit crabs. So yeah, look at all this nice loot. So this is dungeon loot you're getting. We have some new potions here, for example. These are unidentified as of now. We could just raw dog them and drink them, and then we're gonna find out what they are. But I wouldn't really do this. We also have a rod that can cast spells on its own, but we don't know which spell this is either. So we are gonna have to identify these items at some point. And we're gonna get there. For now, we're gonna keep them in our inventory. And this is a pair of sand shoes. Shoes that are made of sand. That is a feat of craftsmanship right there. They weigh less. They weigh less than our current shoes, so I guess it's an upgrade. But you know, not really. Alright, let's continue. So a cave like this is also a good place to find some stones and other stuff. And there's copper ore in these walls. As you can see with our axe here, we are unable to mine that out. And this way is just blocked for us. We just can't go there because, you know, walls, and that's stalagmite right there. And there we have another boomerang. Let's look at that one. That here, I guess. And that boomerang is made out of bone. So that's not a the wooden boomerang that we have. It does, however, not seem to make any difference. This is 2d7 plus 3, and this is 2d7 plus 3. So it's the same boomerang. That, if it were made out of stone, that could be different. Oh, I didn't want to go there yet. I did not want to go to that to the next floor yet. Oh, that's a basalt stalagmite. I would really love to be able to mine that right now. Because remember, basalt is what we need. But basalt is basically required to progress in crafting. It is you need basalt stones at some point if you want to start mining metals and stuff. So we're gonna keep looking out for that basalt. Is there anything else? I think I'm too lazy to go check out that place. So now I'm just gonna get down. So we're gonna use a combination of our melee weapon and our boomerang here. That's a scroll, that's exciting. And a ring. That ring does nothing. But no. Why wouldn't I equip it? It's a ring. What was that? That's the puppy. Look at that. Ruff ruff. I'll take you. Nice. So we got the puppy. And we're gonna still keep, like, maybe I should leave now because we still have to take the puppy home safely without it dying. However, you know, as I have, the puppy counts as an ally now. Let's talk to the puppy. Can't I talk to the puppy? Yes, I can. So this already counts like as an ally, so I can trade with the puppy. And you see, I could even give the puppy like a shirt and like 2 shoes because, you know, puppy has 4 legs, so you can also fit 2 pairs of shoes onto the puppy. So now 2 of the 4 legs of the puppy is wearing some grass shoes. Nice. We also can look at the trade. Yeah, just like our bear cup. And we could also give that boomerang to the puppy. Why not? And I guess that's it for now. Could give it the short sword, but as you can see if we go to note here, puppy is best with martial art. And so I'm just gonna not give the puppy the sword for now. I guess if I find claws, that would be nice to give to the puppy. Very good. Some bones. There's a book right there. That is a spell book. You can read those and learn a spell. As you can see, we already have 2 spells right here, Blood Bolt and Blood Touch. I must have picked those up while sleeping, I guess. And those have charges. You see 14, that's not... I thought this was the mana cost, but it's actually the charges of the spell. And each spell has a chance to hit, so this has an 87% chance to hit. So even if we're not really a mage, it would be nice to have this, right? So I'm gonna put it on my hotbar. And reading a book like this will give you a new spell and some charges, and then you can. The book also has charges, so you can read the book multiple times to get more charges in the spell. And then the more you use the spell, the better you become at casting the spell. So also the level of the spell levels up. That is basically the magic system. I'm gonna collect some. Whoa! Okay, this is what happens when you don't have the area, you know, scouted out fully, and go into like a collecting job. That could lead to problems. And you saw right now, the puppy just used the boomerang, and there it used it again and again. That is amazing, right? And we just found a copper rope. That is pretty cool. Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trade this puppy again. I'm gonna middle click on my bandages here, so I can split them. And I'm going to give, let's say 4, then press enter. Then I can drop 4 bandages into the inventory. And then when the puppy needs to, it will use the bandages. Okay, this is a copper rope. It weakens my lightning resistance because, you know, copper is a very conductive material. But it does give me 2 dodge value and 1 protection value. So we're gonna put that on. And yeah, I kind of feel a bit unsafe right now with the puppy at only half health. But it is already healing, so I'm just gonna use the rest command here. And then right click to end the resting. Now the puppy is back at full life. Alright, let's see what else there is. No, it's kind of dangerous to go down here with Puppy, but you know, we know a little bit what we're doing here. And it is worth it. That is our first dungeon delve, and you know, look at all the loot we are getting. Okay, but I seem to be almost done already. There's another way here. Yep, some more enemies. Also, if you let your like this, if you let your companion get the kill, then you will see like the little heart symbol, and that will increase the bond between you and the puppy. And also the puppy will, you know, level up and learn on its own. If you go to talk, the affinity is now at 3. So we are bonding with our puppy by letting it kill some stuff. Also, you need to pay attention. If you mouse over the puppy here, and on the top of your screen you see its name. It's called Poppy. It's Poppy the puppy. That's nice. And it says filled. If you have companions with you, these will also get hungry. So you have to make sure that you have enough food to split between you and your companions, or else they will starve. We just found a stone hand axe, and that's a new item. It says 2 dice, 2d9 plus 1 damage times 2.12. That is a lot more damage. That's a lot more damage. We're gonna equip that. And also, while we have this equipped, our lumberjacking skill is better. We still use this axe, not this one, for lumberjacking, but it will make our lumberjacking skill better. And let us now that we've equipped the other weapon, we don't want to track polearm anymore. I'm just doing this so I can see where the skill is at. You don't have to do this if you don't want to like be tracking the skill, but I do want to see my axe skill now. It is better, and I want to see if two-handing gets improved. Oh look, that was some good damage. And it did. So it's confirmed. I wasn't sure about this myself. You can wield even a hand axe. So that's a small axe, but you can still wield that in 2 hands if you have nothing equipped here, which we could see by, you know, seeing our two-handed skill increase while using the weapon. You know, it wouldn't increase if we weren't using it right now. Okay. So we're done with the puppy cave. Successful dungeon raid. That wasn't even so bad, right? You know, we did prepare. We didn't prepare a lot, but we did prepare. Oh, and some stuff sold. That's good. Head back home here. Yep, we're now back home. That was a little bit of a lag for some reason. I'm gonna collect these flowers. Edit. And let's see. Puppy is filled. Let's talk to Fiamma. Ah, so it did wander into the cave. I'm relieved it's safe. I appreciate you finding the little one. Here, I've prepared a reward for you. Poppy, don't go off on your own, okay? Let this adventurer take good care of you from now on. Nice. So Mycelia liked that. Already at 45 with her. That's nice. Good friendship level. And we just got a cooler box. And this is a very important item. I'm gonna put it right here in our containers. So if we open this, this is like a normal container, but what it does it preserves food. It's an actual cooling box. We can put all our perishables like in here. Also these flowers, you know, those are perishable. Do we have anything else in the chest that's perishable? Yeah, this bone is perishable. We're gonna put it into the cooler box. Let me just move this around. These herbs seem to be doing okay. They don't seem to be perishable, which is nice because we want to collect these herbs. And everything else seems to be fine as well. So this just preserves them. Now we don't have to. Now we don't have to worry so much about perishable food, which also makes me more comfortable at taking Poppy, or you know, taking the. Where is he? Welcome, Becky. The bear cub says, "Welcome, Becky." And there's trash on the floor in here. Already feeling just like home. Okay, very nice, very good. Also, we might as well trade this shirt to the puppy. It's not going to do anything. It's just funny that the puppy is now wearing a shirt. Don't do this at home. Don't subject your puppy or your dog or your cat or any pet to stuff like that. Don't put a shirt on your puppy. Don't do it, please. Okay, let's check out these quests. Still, the bear cub is complaining about the lack of shit in my house. You know, we just saw it's doing its best to make it real, but without our help, sadly, I think the bear cub is gonna be disappointed. Leutel wants a bucket for his child's birthday present. We can do that, sure. Let's just take this quest, because we know we can make a bucket, right? We can make it right here, the bucket. And we're just gonna make it out of... Sure. These birch logs. Because we only have 3 of them, we need 2. That is completely fine. Oh, these are bones I have with me, and these are bones that are stored. Okay, alright, I understand. I was confused. Let's craft a bucket here. Nice. And... oh, this bucket is better. This is better than my current bucket. Okay. Upgrade. Surprise gear upgrade. Very nice. I'm gonna give the other bucket to Leutel here. I have the requested stuff. Nice. So, what completing this quest did was several things. It gave us money. It's 12 orange. It's not much, because, you know, it was just a bucket. But we also got other stuff. Something is put on the ground times 3. So we got 3 more things that we're gonna pick up in just a second. My influence on Gidon's house increases. So I'm actually getting reputation with my subjects. I got fame. Leutel now likes me. And I got karma. That is what quests do. Oh, this is certainly the item I asked for. I'll give you a reward that's worthy of bucket. Nice. So, hey, have you ever heard of influence? When you complete quests, invest or contribute to a town, your influence in that town increases. As your influence goes up, you'll be able to refresh the list of available quests, have stores restock their inventory on the spot, and even ask for some pretty impossible favors. And that's not all. You can even use influence as currency. For example, one of the popular exchange items is the furniture ticket, sold by the town secretary. You can use this ticket to forcibly confiscate furniture placed in the town. It's handy if you're trying to collect furniture that's only available in certain towns. Nice, thanks for the info dump. Let's collect this stuff. What do we get? Wow, you've gained fame! She just loves talking. I mean, I do too, so we should actually get along, right? Wow, you've gained fame. Congratulations. You can earn fame by completing quests and exploring Nefia. As your fame increases, you'll be asked to take on more challenging quests, and more dangerous Nefia will appear. Earn lots of fame and become a renowned adventurer soon. By the way, if your fame gets too high and the adventures become too tough, you can sell your fame to the town's informant. Well then, is that a Maple Story reference? I'm not sure. We got some platinum coins out of this. This is a special kind of currency. And that is the next thing we are gonna work towards. Before we continue here. Because now we get onto kind of a little bit of an adventurer arc. You know, we are doing very well. We have a house. We have some basic crafting. We could have a lot more crafting by this time. But we can do that after visiting a town. Because the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna visit a town. You know, there's all that. We are in episode 3 already, and you know, we basically didn't even leave home at this point. But let's first do some inventory. We're gonna dump this stuff right here. Oops, sorry. Okay, this is full. These sticks I can put there. Yeah, I do need a little bit of storage. We need some more storage space, I guess. So we're gonna do a little bit of crafting. What we want to make is this tinker's table right here. And for that we need a table and a chair. And the table and the chair is made over here, the carpenter's table. And because we were so diligent at the beginning again, and got a lot of resources just at the beginning, we have no problem making a chair out of oak and a desk. So it is categorized as a table, so that counts. You don't need an item that is called table. You need to just make a table, because a desk is just one of the many tables you can have in this game. So keep that in mind. Let's see, we have 4 palulu planks left. So we're gonna make the desk out of palulu. That's great. Yeah, put that away, please. And now we can make the tinker's table. Great. Where can I put this? I can rotate it like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it for now. I'm just gonna put those like right here. And that's yet another crafting station with yet another big list of items that we can make. Now we have access to a lot of tools. You know, the woodcutter's axe is we got an axe already, and it's made out of iron, so that's the best axe we can have. We can, however, make like a pickaxe, and we can choose from different kinds of stones, and this is why I want to look out for basalt stone. Look at the difference. The normal stone, the common stone you find on the ground, it has 18 hardness. Like granite is nothing. It's literal trash. And it's not even worth it to make a pickaxe out of granite, because you still won't be able to dig into anything. Besides these walls. So if we are in a dungeon and we had like the blocked way from a stalagmite and some walls, this pickaxe would be able to at least go through these like basic dirt walls. But I'm not gonna do that. And thank God I've noticed that we are at like minus 11 stamina. I could have died just now if I didn't pay attention to that. So before doing anything, I'm gonna sleep. And also I'm gonna tell this puppy to wait at Gidon's house, so it doesn't get hungry while I do stuff at the house here. Okay, let's sleep. The puppy, the bear cub, just tried to open that chest. You saw it going there, and then the chest wiggling a bit. That's amazing. So we just learned to make a modern chair in our sleep, by the way. And it says it can be crafted at a blacksmith's table, which we don't have yet. And I gained knowledge of fire touch, so now I have yet another spell that I can use. Pretty amazing. Kind of soft drink ketchup. Amazing stuff you can find in the dungeon. You can just find ketchup down in the dungeon. Alright. What was I doing? Yeah, we were checking out what we could make at Tinker's table. We can do a hammer. Which is for dismantling certain items. I'm gonna do that. Then we can make a shovel. Man, thank God, thank the heavens, right, that we made all of this stuff just during the natural progression of our run here. So we can just craft away. Let me tell you, when I first started playing this game, the game was not like this. For crafting anything, I had to do so many things. The game was like, okay, please craft a hoe, please. And I'm like, okay, I need to collect stone. And, you know, how do I make this? Oh my god, I need to now build a sawmill. And for the sawmill, I need to collect more wood. So there's this big to-do list just to get like a hoe going. But the way we played, it just all happens automatically. So what do we need? We need nails. We can make nails right here. And we don't even need to use these iron scraps. You know, I could make nice iron nails right now, but I could also use like this bone. I could use this really cheap bone with hardness 1 to craft like a nail. Well, our crafting skill increase, nice. And now we can craft the hoe. And I don't mind using like garbage materials for this hoe, because you know all we want to do with the hoe. Good, you made it too. All we need to do with it is you know, plow the ground. So it doesn't really matter how much hardness it has, for now at least, I guess. Good, you made it too. All items are made from some kind of material, and each material has its own characteristics. For example, items made of paper are light, while items made of iron are heavy but hard to burn. One of the characteristics of materials is hardness, which is especially important for tools like pickaxes. The hardness of the material determines what kind of stone or ore you can mine, so this hardness is very crucial. If you come across stones that your current pickaxe can't mine, try making a new pickaxe with harder material. Well, you can actually level up your mining skills a lot and just power through it, but anyway, yeah. Thanks for the reiteration of my explanation. I'm not sure if I should feel sorry for taking this fairy's job. Let's just yeah, do this. I'm gonna want some assortments of tools here. So now we have a shovel and a hoe, and remember that was also a quest. Loytel, our good Loytel, I don't know where he is. Where are you, Loytel? Loytel, where is he? That's weird. Where's Loytel? Hello? Oh, there he is. Welcome, Becky. He just drank. Loytel just got himself drunk. Well done. Those are fine hoe and shovel. They suit you well. You can remove grasses with the shovel, then till the soil with the hoe to make a farming field, which is essential for crop cultivation. I will give you these seeds for the reward. Try making a field and sowing them. Let me teach you something important before you go. Every crop and plant on this land consume fertility. If the fertility drops too low, the soil will become barren, and the yield of your crops will decrease. You can check the current fertility level on the home board. When fertility is low, a quick solution is to clear the weeds and cut down trees around the area. Remember this well. So, yeah, that is another advantage at, you know, keeping the place clean. The fertility of the land, it goes up, and your crops grow faster. So you can absolutely play this game like you would play like Stardew Valley. You don't even need to leave this place, because you can just grow crops and sell those crops, and then, you know, you would only have to leave this place to go to the city to to pay your taxes every month. That's absolutely how you can play this game. So we got some seeds right here. And we did collect some more seeds. Oh, that's crim. That's like food. These are nuts. We can just eat them. And that's seed of crim. Alright. So we have all these seeds. Do we have any more seeds in the chest? We do, but these are tree seeds. Birch tree, seed of berry. We're gonna take the seed of berry. Seed of weed. Seeds of white flower and yellow flower. Why not? Yeah. So let's now use the shovel and the hoe to make some stuff, right? So let me think here. We have some like flowers. Oops, I didn't want to do that. We could put some flowers here. So let's just use the shovel on the grass here to dig it out, and then we use the hoe. Plow the field. Yes, plow the field. And right-click the yellow flower. Right-click to plant the seed. And there you go. We just planted some flowers here. And actually, we could plant the other two flowers just here. I think this would look good. Yep. Plant them. And let's make over to the left here. We go, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not so intuitive. We can't really see behind this. So let's start from here. Let's start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then till. That costs some stamina. I almost need to sleep again. That's fine. We're getting this field done. And we're gonna plant some tomatoes right here. There's another like another earthquake. I don't know. I don't know what that is. A little bit ominous. Yeah, my pets need beds. Take out the cup and sleep. Okay. We improved the recipe of showcase. Nice. And apparently, oh no, we just said, oh, one package arrived. We just got a package, and we have some letters. We're gonna read these letters as well in just a moment. But before I forget and before I procrastinate on that even further, I'm gonna consult the workbench, craft, and make. Oh, we don't have any leaves. We don't have many leaves. So for now, let's just make one more bed. Because, you know, we have actually 3 more people. You know, these are people as well. They count the same. Which is how it should be. Oops. I want to... No, I want to rotate. Place the bed. Now we have another bed. And that's 2 journals of Lutz, actually. Let me think for a bit. Yeah. Put this away, put this in our inventory. Also, there's one package arrived. Is it here by any chance? Where's the package? You can get it. This is the package. Or is it behind the house? No. No actual package. That's weird. That is a little bit weird. But fine. What was I gonna do? We were gonna read these letters. Let's read the second journal of Lutz. Life in the forest isn't bad. The nuts from the RP shrubs... sorry. The nuts from the RP shrubs last a long time. And there are plenty of mushrooms and bamboo shoots to fill Michan's belly. What fascinates me most are the animal nests. From time to time, I find fertile eggs there, prized by the traveling merchants. One morning, an egg I had left on my straw bed hatched into a baby giant squirrel. I'm a little worried about how the jealous Michan will react, but I'm sure it'll grow to be a reliable companion. Surrounded by Rischan and Michan, I found a small sense of peace. Until the next letter. So these are actually nice gameplay tips, you know? They can direct you to some of the more obscure game mechanics. That is very interesting. So we can find eggs of animals and then we can breed them and then we can have them as pets. We can make like a zoo out of this place if we wanna. Hey, that was that. Let's read volume 3. The summer sun bakes the sandy beach, and Michan and Richan are napping quietly beside me. I'm swaying in a hammock, a glass of Palulu juice in hand. It's perfect. I think coming here was the right choice. Finding this place after leaving the forest and venturing a little farther, it must have been a twist of fate. Next time, I'll tell you more about this beach. Lutz, the former hero in the remote forest. Okay, so yeah. It now tells us about the beach, so maybe we should go check out the beach. Auto dump some stuff. Yeah, and let's keep checking out this Tinker table. But first let's open this and just dump some of this stuff. Can of soft drink, the empty can we want to throw away. These junk stones as well. There's mushroom seeds. And yeah, let's just finish up the field work here. So I'm gonna make like 5 more of these. We're also getting grass out of that. That's a plus. And then plow the field. I'm also hungry. I'm just gonna eat 2 of these roasted blueberries. And eat pasture. Let's plant those. And basically, like, there's only benefits in just having everything just planted, everything that you have. So we're also gonna plant this mushroom. But you kind of have to pay attention to your land's fertility, right? So it does take up the fertility. So maybe you don't wanna plant everything. But I think it's good to like do it like right now, when you have it, just so you can get kind of a field starting. Also, we could talk to Loitel right here. We didn't even plow that. That's interesting. And what can I do? Home ranking, opening business, running a tourist spot, running a shop. Okay. We're gonna do that later. I was just checking it out. What's next? What's next? So we did this, we did that. Yes. Yes. Let's see what else. We can make, for example, this cutting board right here. And remember how we made this rosewood short sword, and I said I'm gonna keep it around instead of giving it to someone else or anything. This cutting board right here, it takes a short sword as a crafting material. Let's see, okay, we have like some throwaway. We can use this bamboo branch to just make... Oh no, that was a branch. I didn't want to make a stick there. This fur lock, just make it into 2 planks. Nice. And just use these fur planks right here. Also 2 fangs that we've picked up from defeating enemies. And the short sword, which will now let us make the cutting board. And this cutting board we can just place on the ground, or on some things you can put it on top as well. For example, put this cutting board on top of the chipping chest, but this wouldn't look very good. Could also put it up there if I want to, but you know, we want to do something that makes sense. So put that away for now. And we're just gonna build like a desk, another desk. Craft. And why not put it right like this, maybe? I guess this looks fine for now. Yeah, sure. We can move it around anytime, right? And just put the cutting board on top of here. So now there's a cutting board. We just made that, and even that is like a crafting thing. So you can make different kinds of foods with the cutting board. You know, we can like fry some meat, or roast some fruit, or grill some fish. You know, make some boil some eggs. That we could do on the bonfire. The cutting board has other options, and there's only one option right now. But there's a lot of food recipes we will just pick up along the way. And actually, thank you, fairy lady, for reminding me that I am exhausted and I should sleep. Let's do just that. I've learned how to make a wooden floor platform. And knowledge of Firebolt. Now I have Firebolt as well. We are accumulating some spells right here. Okay. And there's new quests. There is new quests, and I'm hungry. So let's quickly roast this corpse of a Putit. Putit corpse roasted. And let's eat some blueberry. And just put it on the bone. Put it on the bone! It looks like it's good for your skin. Yeah, put it meat is good. It has some rejuvenating effects. Okay, let's go further down this list. What is the mixer? We would need clay for the mixer. Okay. We can also make a lute with some nails, but I don't want to make the lute right now. A leash is for, I guess, leashing animals. We can also get a sickle. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use that bamboo stick we just made. Sickle. We can use that to get seeds. So I wonder. Let me actually test that out. Grab the sickle. Look for something. That is a weed, right? And we can't even use the sickle on the weed. Okay, so never mind. I guess this is with crops. Wait, did I just... Okay. I can pick up the seeds again. That's fine. Looks like I can't get anything with this sickle right now. Not from the stuff we have here. But yeah, sickle is important for getting seeds out of stuff. That's a tool we need. Then we can make arrow, a watering can. It's optional. We don't need this watering can. We don't have to. We don't have to water our crops in order for them to grow. This just would make it faster. And we can make a pair of shears. Gonna do that as well. Why not? Just enjoy the luxury of having some crafting materials. So didn't we have like a sheep here? That's a goose. I do not think we can shear the goose. That's a pig. That's a sheep. So let's... it's newly grown. Okay, let's shear the sheep. The sheep like that. And we got 1 piece of wool. Now... Yes, a piece of wool counts as a textile. And we could make a sleeping bag if we found another sheep. So let's take these shears with us. So I'm gonna put the nuts here. They don't spoil, but like soda and stuff. I'm just gonna put it into the cooler box just so I know it's food. Pretty much. All right, now to the things we wanted to make. I basically did all of this for the wooden box. So let's make 1 more nail here. Nail. Make it out of normal bone. Want to keep these scraps. Oh, nice. We made some more money. And make the wooden box. Great. Now we have another piece of storage. I'm just gonna put it right here. You know, it's a little bit of storage. But you know, after auto dumping everything, we could just put this stuff, like these stones here. And eventually I want to actually transfer some of this stuff from this chest, like the wooden logs, all the crafting materials, you know, all the crafting materials. I kind of want, but they won't fit, right? The bulk crafting materials, like stone and stuff, and bone. Barks, sure. And these 20 branches. These are what I'm going to transfer here for now. Yeah. So we have some semblance of organization here. And that also lightens our inventory load a little bit. And I'm actually thinking about making yet another one. I guess I'm gonna make that when I So let's put some stuff in here that we don't need. I guess these seeds, no, I'm gonna keep the soft drink. I can sell the ketchup, and the flowers I'm gonna sell anyway. So yeah, and the hearts. Hearts are good money. So these preserved animal hearts here, we're gonna sell those as well. Okay, good. We are gonna visit a town soon. Actually, I wanna check something. Yeah, the spear is gone, so someone has picked up the spear. Let's put a second spear in. So someone can just equip it if they wanted to. Can I actually shear the alpaca, I wonder? I can shear the alpaca. Let's shear the alpaca. Nice. Very, very good. Then I'm not sure in which chest it was in, so also put the skins and the grass strings here. So now let's see. For the sleeping bag, we pretty much only need 1 more grass string. We can quickly make that. Actually, I'm gonna grab... No, not that one. Let's place it here for now. Let's grab this workbench and put it over here. Just for convenience sake. Make this little crafting area right here. Maybe we can make it make sense. Maybe we will like put like stone flooring here and make this a little bit of a plaza in front of the house. Right, but I did like the hearthstone being like right over here. That didn't look bad. Okay, yeah, pioneering is truly an art. I can see that. So let's make 1 more string. 1 more string. 2, why not? Okay. Dump it. And what did I want to do? No, not here. What did I want to do? I forgot. I completely forgot what I want to do. Was it here? Shears, nail. What did I need this room? Yeah, right. Quick craft. We can now make a sleeping bed. The sleeping bag. And we're gonna use wool, 3 skins, and 4 grass strings. It will cost us 6 stamina. Let's sleep first. And you know, we can now also put another bed here. You know what we can do is go to the bed options, for example, and we can, yeah, put it for a resident. And we can assign the bed specifically. So, for now, Leutel still doesn't have a bed. Well, could be. I'm just gonna claim this bed. This bed, and go to bed option, and oh, this is already, no, that is for a bear cup. That is Poppy bear cup. Okay, assign the bed to me. Remove that, assign the bed to me, and we are just gonna give bear cup this one. Great. So this is now my bed. This the bear cup. Actually, where's the bear? Hello. I'm gonna have to talk to the bear. Talk. Actually, want to banish you. Can I rename? Oh, I guess I need something else for that. Okay, alright. We're gonna do that later. We're gonna rename the bear later. And have I slept? No, I need to sleep right now. Sleep. I learned how to make wooden pillar and wooden pillar support. Nice. Okay, now we can finally make the sleeping bag. Very, very nice. So we're just gonna leave it here. Leave it here in the inventory. Again, one step moved up in the world. So let's see what kind of quests we have here. Let's look at these quests first, see if we can knock anything out. Yeah, there is a critical shortage of lead. There was a time when collecting stone circle was all the rage in Gidon's house. Really? But now that the popularity has waned, they're abandoned everywhere. Need you to gather 1 unit of stone circle to clean up the streets. This bear cub is not making any sense, but whatever. And batteries, yeah, I can't do any of this. So let's do these story quests for now. Time flies, doesn't it? It's already been a week since we met in this meadow. Ash seems to be enjoying too. I must be grateful to you for that. At first, you seemed a bit uncertain, but now it looks like you've gotten the hang of living here. Maybe you're starting to see your goals more clearly now. I've been wanting to ask you, what do you want to do from now on? So, here we get a choice, you know? This is not locking you into anything. You're gonna get a reward. She has an item for you, depending on what you answer. Now, if you're like me, then you're gonna get a little bit angry at me, because I'm gonna choose the option 1. And, you know, I have been a little bit annoyed watching Elin content myself, and I haven't seen anyone taking anything else but this option 1. And I'm not gonna do it either, because I just know what this item is, and it's a good item. I'm gonna... Sure, we do want to explore Nefia, right? We could say, yeah, give us something for developing our land, or visiting various places, or, you know... Hey, I want to die, so I guess, like, we already have a gallows, so... I don't know, I'm just gonna take 1. I'm sorry. I know, I know how you must feel like. Maybe not. It's just, you know, trying to express some empathy here, okay? Let me have it. I see. I want to explore Nefia. That's a very you kind of resolution. Hey, speaking of which, I have something that's just perfect for you. It's alright, do not hesitate. Right, so we get this ring. This is a good ring. It is unidentified for now. So we are gonna head into town just a moment. In just a moment. Gonna head into town. Let's see, do we have anything else here? No, we did make everything. Are hungry, and I do not have much to eat besides of these nuts. Let's eat these nuts. So now we can go. And the first place we're gonna hit up is this place right here. This is a great place. It's called the Tinker's Camp. And actually I want to enter the map right here, right before the Tinker's Camp. Because I am hungry and I do want some... food. Harvest this appy. We got 2 appy nuts. Put it here. Very nice. We got a card of a hermit crab, by the way. So these are collection. We could place it as a hologram, like right here. So we can spruce up our base with it. But we can also middle click it and click on collect. So that puts it into our card collection thingy. Toggle widgets. Oh, that's cool. Recipe search, note, quest tracker. Where's the adventure? There's the adventure. Okay, it's not in the adventure journal, and I do not want to bother the adventure journal right now. Really don't. White flower. Let's just collect some stuff. There's slate. That's a better stone. No, hardness 38. Gonna be useful. Just gonna collect every stone, not this junk stone. Oh, and what do we have here? There's a treasure chest. We can pick the lock of the treasure chest. It's too difficult to pick. God damn it. Another chest that we can't open. I can, however, just take the entire chest with me. It weighs quite a lot, but that doesn't matter. We're just gonna take that chest home and see if we can open it at a later point. Collect some of these. Cedar tree. Just gotta collect some random stuff because we are out of leaves. We are in need of leaves. So I'm gonna see if I can find some leaves on the way. By the way, I enjoy the music. I enjoy the music out in these fields. I made some more money, 500. Already pretty good amount. I'm gonna do just a little bit of farming. Also, maybe we can get some get another basalt stone. That would be nice. Okay, there's a rat here. I'm gonna try hitting that rat from afar. The boomerang. Okay. It has been dealt with. Nice. Got some leaves. Got an enemy, a yeek. Nice. 33 damage with the axe. That is a nice damage upgrade. That is indeed nice. Over the spear. Okay. Quickly filling up our inventory a bit, but that's fine. We want this to happen. And I'm at a burden right now, so I need to pay attention when like a dangerous enemy appears. Use the boomerang against the bat. No, a bat is very good at dodging. But the boomerang does have an okay chance at hitting a bat. Okay. That's just a stone. Whenever it says it's just stone, then it means you will get granite. Okay, I need to stop collecting things now. And let's go to this camp. Wow, look at all the tinkers. They're selling all kinds of things. It's like a little corner of a town. Look, that notice board seems to have quests for adventurers posted on it. Completing quests earns you various rewards, so make sure to check the notice board regularly. Be careful with quests that have many stars, they're more difficult. Oh, this camp also has a healer. The healer can cure status ailments, and the mage there can appraise unidentified items. Though it does cost money. That caravan leader. It's so cute! He's wearing a cat costume. Hey, let's go check him. Let's go check him, huh? I don't think he's wearing a cat costume. He's wearing like a robe, not a cat costume. No, I don't want to attack the base, please. Okay, let's check out this. Let's check this guy out. Use cassette tape. You added number 9 Fun Village to your music collection. Very nice. Very nice. That's a cat. It's just a straight up cat. We are proud of the many items we have gathered from Veritia, the land of the oceans in the west, to Nietza, the golden land of the desert in the east. Take your time and look around. Show me your wares. So this guy sells some interesting stuff. Sells Moongate, which is online stuff. You can check out other people's bases with these Moongates. Piggy bank. Also like stuff like a resident board or a map board or a home board. You know, stuff that's interesting for making our base better. Not gonna get any of those yet because we can actually also get this back at home. You know, Loitel sells stuff, and also the other person, the lady, also sells stuff like this. But here we can get some like advanced recipes. You know, like a gem cutter. Oh, so maybe we should get this gramophone. It's 3 gold bars. That's, by the way, you know, they are down here, the gold bars. They're also in the inventory here. Yeah, I'm just gonna get that gramophone, just so we have it. We can just play the music with the cassette tapes. I guess that's what it is. And we can get a loom. We can get some food recipes from here. They're pretty expensive, not gonna get them right now. We can get like recipes for like a furnace, gonna get that. A blacksmith table, anvil, a barrel processing machine, oven. Oven sounds good actually. Machine table, beehive. Yeah, let's get the recipe for the cauldron, and we can get one more. Probably gonna be the blacksmith's table. Okay, so that's all our gold bars spent for now. And you can also get like stuff like a wagon. Or a big wagon. It is categorized as exterior and it can hold 96 items. It's just stuff like that. You can put that on your base if you have enough gold bars. Isn't that amazing? Alright. Inventory is quite full. Let's read these recipes. Very nice. Very good. We are exhausted, which makes us pretty slow. You know, because we have the sleeping bag right here. We can just put it on the ground right here. Sleep in it. Nice. I can now make a chair at a loom. Pretty good. Okay. Get back to sleeping bag. Check out the rest of this camp. Next thing. We have this guy over here. Charak the trainer. Oh, also, there's like a pot here. And we can make even other stuff. So there's a lot of different cooking appliances that all have the different lists of food that you can make. We could make vegetable soup if we had any vegetable. Let's eat some more of these nuts. And talk to the trainer here. Very important NPC. Can't dig through the rock? Why not try making a pickaxe with harder material? Thank you for the tip. Let's click here, train me. And this is where the magic happens, you know? You see all of this? These are skills that you can learn at the cost of platinum coins. So we have 2 platinum coins right now. So we can get weightlifting and regeneration. We already have those skills. These are skills that we have already learned. So we can spend another platinum coin to upgrade the potential of the skill. So in the future we're gonna learn weightlifting more quickly. Let's just do this. It raises our potential to 130. Let's just bump it up to 140. Why not? Just spend the platinum coins. What we actually want is even more platinum coins. Like, you can spend 5 platinum coins to learn an entirely new skill. And this is what we are gonna work towards. You know, we want to be able to ride animals at some point, right? Stealth would be a good thing to have. The ability to swim would be a good thing to have. You know the anatomy of the enemies you kill. So we get a higher chance of finding like teeth and getting like meat out of the animals that we kill. This is the anatomy skill. Appraising, you know. We want to identify our items ourselves at some point. And we can't do that yet. We need to spend 5 platinum coins, you know, to be able to level up this skill at all. You know, and we also would like to know how to read, you know, that's also a very important skill. So these are very amazing skills. And we want to get more platinum coins as soon as possible to get these skills going. And this is not the only trainer. There's other trainers in the world, in the various villages and towns that teach other skills. And we basically want all of them. Because you see, some characters don't even start out with the crafting skill. So whatever you craft without a crafting skill, it will just have the minimum quality, and you won't get better at crafting at all if you don't have the crafting skill in your repertoire. So it's very, very important to what? Oh, my weightlifting the potential of my weightlifting increase. You train weightlifting. How did I? Oh, right, because I do have to. I just got heavily confused from this one sound. So yeah, what I was saying is learning skills, very important. So how do we get more platinum coins? How do we do that? Gonna tell you in just a second here. But first, there's another NPC. It's the blacksmith. And the blacksmith has some items. For example, this mace. A blessed bone mace. Look at that. That could be a good pickup, but it would set us back pretty much all of our money. So I'm going to pass on that for now. I think our hand axe is pretty good. That's a raw food claw. Wow. 170 orens. And a light mail made of straw. I do like the copper rope. This has 6 dodge value. But I'm kinda going for protection because I'm a warrior. I think I'm gonna benefit more from having protection value than dodge value. Picking it up anyways, because I can give it like to my puppy. Same as this claw. But for the claw, I have something entirely different in mind. Also, I need to, because it is fresh, you know, it can spoil, so I have to actually store this raw food claw into my box. Now this will have a special purpose, and I'm gonna come back to that once that purpose can be fulfilled. That's a pair of silk boots, but it costs way too much. I'm not gonna spend more money here. I was just gonna see if there's like a better weapon. I would still have like a claymore, that would be great to have. Like a big two-hand sword, or a long sword. But yeah, do you need an appraiser? Yes, I actually do. That's the mage. And the mage You know, it also has wares. And like some scrolls, magic weapons, and spell books. You see, as I said before, we can't see what's in that spell book right now. But this spell book has 3 charges, and so you can read it 3 times and get charges for the corresponding spell 3 times. Actually, Cure Minor Wound would be nice to have, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be nice to have? Sadly, I don't really want to sell anything that I have at the moment. But we might still be able to buy this this book in just a second here. What I do want to spend my money on is identifying. So you can either identify like one specific item, like this, costs 48, or you can... Do I even have enough money to identify all of my stuff? No, I don't. Alright, let's just... I do want all of this identified. I just do. So let's sell something after all. These are worth nothing. What do I have that I could just sell this chest, but I really do want to keep it. Oh yeah, sell these flowers for 8 each. That's not bad. This all sells for 1. Each of these white flowers sell for 12. That's great. Okay. Now I have enough money to identify all of my stuff. Let's do that. So now all of the stuff is identified. Let's see what we got. That's a potion of Cure Major Wound. That's a lifesaver. A potion of Hero, which is basically a nice buff. Nice melee buff that we're getting. And a poison. That poison, you know, we can throw it. But most importantly, this ring that we got from telling the lady, whose name I forgot once again, that we would like to explore the world, you know. And that is just a ring that has 10 protection value. And it grants us knowledge of anatomy. So this raises our chance of getting meat from enemies. And it gives us pretty much, you know, if we look at our character here, we now have 13 protection value. So this is a big increase in protection value. We are now much more survivable than we were before. And that is also a scroll of Hero. Okay, good. And this rod is Cure Minor Wound. Cool, so we have a healing round, a healing rod. That is a pretty good rod to just get. Alright. I think we are done here for now. With what I wanted to do with the NPCs. There's like a treasure chest here. I can't reach that treasure chest, I don't think. Or can I? I can. Can I? Oh, I can't open that. I guess it's furniture. That is a cassette, another cassette tape. Yep, we just added some more music. And I believe there's another one right there. Yeah, another cassette tape. That's pretty cool. What happened here? Whatever. So we want to get those platinum coins, right? To get some of the important skills. We're gonna consult this quest board right here. So, and it's a quest board like we have at home, but with different quests. These are basically quests that we get from the citizens of this place. And let's see what we have. This person wants a Caesar salad. This one wants research equipment. Troubles with monsters appearing around my home. If you can get rid of them, we will pay you orange. This is a good quest. Want to deliver warm wheat stew to my parent who isn't feeling well. This one wants me to make a wheat stew. We could do that. We could actually do that. Boiled egg. Deli. Yeah, these are the 2 quests that we can do. We can make a wheat stew. And we can do, we can kill some monsters here for Zitam. But first we're gonna make the wheat stew. And we're gonna make that at a campfire. Now this is not a campfire, this is a camp pot. we can't make that here. So I'm gonna actually walk out, go here, enter this map, and I'm gonna just chop down another tree, right? And let me see. Yeah, some diorite. I want to look out for more stuff. We also got an egg from this bird's nest, which is nice. Coffee. We just got coffee. That just got added in the newest patch. I believe it's only in the experimental branch, like in the beta branch. Oh, look at apples. We have a lot of food right here. That is very good. That is very, very good. Some more vines. Also gotta remember to get that weed. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else interesting. Yeah, vines. Give me those vines. Collect some more eggs. Also, there's a sheep here. Right-click this. Right-click this. Shear the sheep. Nice. We got 2 out of that. Oh, god damn it! I don't want this rat to be hitting me because they have diseases. Okay. I'm happy. It got sorted out. Okay. More vines. Looking for more wheat. Maybe we get a leaf here. Yes, we do. And there's another enemy. A goblin. Goblin's dead. Another goblin. Again, it's dead. Dealing a lot of damage with this axe. Very happy that I got this axe. It's a granite axe, so I could have a much better axe. And it's a siltstone. It got put into our purse because we are completely full. Let's just throw the seed of wheat and the seed of berry. I don't really care about those. And we can go to our crafting menu here and make a bonfire. Like anywhere. Like pretty much all you have to do is like cut 1 or 2 trees in any map. You'll be able to make the bonfire. And from here we can craft the wheat stew. And I did get some grass from foraging. So we're just gonna make 1 wheat stew. And you know, it says here, use skill cooking 2, currently 0. We do not have any skill in cooking. So the max quality of the food will always be like 0. And then we can't get better at cooking by just cooking a lot of stuff because we don't have the cooking skill. So we need to find someone who can teach us the cooking skill, and then we can start making, you know, actually getting better at cooking. So we could get much more of this quest if we could make a better wheat stew. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. You know, as long as we keep our food in the cooler box, it won't spoil, so I don't feel so hard pressed to cook it right now. The egg, we're just gonna keep it. You know, maybe we can keep it until we can learn some cooking. So yeah, we made the wheat stew, and oops, we approached from the wrong direction here. And nice. Boiled egg. Couldn't I boil egg as well? Let me check quickly. Let me go back here. Yeah, campfire should still be there. What I should actually do when I'm done. Boiled egg. Yeah. Nice. Let's make a boiled egg as well, and we can knock out this quest as well. Fantastic. What I should actually do is just grab this burning campfire and put it in my inventory. So I don't always have to make a new campfire. I could just, you know, put the campfire down wherever. Actually, I'm gonna put it here to my, you know, utility stuff. Alright. Now let's go here. Consult the questing board. And now we can knock out these quests. The moment an egg is cracked, infinite possibilities arise in the kitchen. You understand, right? Yes, please bring the boiled egg to me. I accept. And where is she actually? that her? No. Who was I talking to? Okay, so let's go to the journal. Go to the enchanting egg. Bina. Bina the scholar wants it. So we're gonna press Ctrl F, like this is an Excel spreadsheet or a Word document. We can just press Ctrl and F and type in Bina. And that's Bina the scholar. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is impossible. A little bit insane, this person, right? He's only 10 years old and she has a beard on the sprite. That's nice randomness for you. That was an egg of a snail, by the way. Interesting. So my influence on the Tinker's Camp has increased. And we also got 3 platinum coins. This is what we do the quest for. So one more quest and we will be able to get our first skill. Was really worth it to boil these eggs. And where is the... There it is. There's the wheat store. So that is Vosthandler, the secretary. Yes, I accept. Let's Ctrl S. Vosthandler. We could also do secretary. Or if you're in a new town and you want to find the trainer, you just type in trainer. And it will lead you to the trainer. So, but first, no, the secretary. Let's click on it. Character will go there automatically. This is the secretary. Let's give her the wheat stew. Collect more platinum coins. Hello? Thank you. And we also got this strange silver coin. Inventory is getting quite clogged. I'm gonna have to go back home in just a moment here. But, you know, now we have 5 platinum coins already. And we got even more influence on the Tinker's Camp. What can we do with this influence? If we let the secretary, you know, the secretary always has this option. If we let her show us her wares, then we can buy stuff for influence. And influence is town specific, so I have 2 influence in this Tinker's Camp. And I can get furniture tickets out of this Tinker's Camp for 1 influence each. So let's buy 2 of those. We now have 2 furniture tickets, right? And if we use these furniture tickets, like this, we right click it. And we maybe want to look at this, you know, this hammock here. And it says collect a hammock. Costs 2 tickets. So towns towns often have furniture items that you cannot get anywhere else. So you can, if you like this stack of sacks, for example, and you want to have it in your at your home, you can get furniture tickets by raising your influence and get furniture tickets, and then just take this stack of sacks or this hammock, which I'm actually gonna do. But let's see, we could maybe. Not intended for exchange. So the game tells me, you know, you could spend 20 tickets on this anvil, but you're kind of supposed to, you know, make the anvil yourself. But you could actually, you could absolutely just sequence break the game. You know, if you don't feel like going down the crafting route, you could just farm quests over and over again and then just grab the anvil. Same with this pot here. Oh, you know, oh no, that's actually a living sea lion. Or this doll right here, you could take it. Or this big wagon for 33 tickets. A bone carving tool. You know, it says, it said, okay, this costs 10 tickets, but it's still not intended for you. You know, it's not recommended for you to take this. The game says, you know, maybe you shouldn't do this. But you can. I'm actually gonna take this hammock. So now we just have the hammock. It is made of paper. That is great. And it can hold 2 creatures. And this is going to be a nice addition to our home. Isn't it amazing? So now that we have 5 platinum coins, let's talk to the trainer again. Have them train us. And I'm gonna go for appraising. Because as we saw, you know, the loot from one dungeon run, that costs quite a lot of money to just appraise, right? We're just gonna get this quest, this skill right now. And now we can start learning appraisal by ourselves. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do before returning home is, there was one more quest that we could do. That's danger level 1. It has 5 stars, but it says danger level 1. I'm feeling confident we can do this. This could be dangerous, but, you know, if we die, it's okay. We are still in the 90-day grace period. But I actually have a burden. Maybe I do not want to fight this fight with only 80 movement. So, let's take a look at this delivery box right here. Each town also has like a delivery box. And we can just put... Yeah, just let the fairy lady explain. Look, there's a delivery box here. Carrying too many items is making you slow, but you don't want to waste anything by throwing it away. The delivery box is a handy service that solves this common adventurer's problem. If you put your items in this box, they'll be automatically delivered to... What? They'll be automatically delivered to the next base you visit. You can use it to send heavy furniture you bought in town, or for moving items between your bases. So yes, you can have multiple bases. Not only that one, you can have multiple. It's really convenient once you get the hang of it. So yeah, let's put this chest in here. We can't. Okay, that's actually makes sense. But you know, all this stuff here, this heavy wood, these branches, this grass, these leaves, the wool, this hammock, these stones right here, this. Pretty much all of this can go into the delivery box. And, you know, this will just be back at home once we return home. So that's amazing, right? Now I'm unencumbered. And I can basically just keep adventuring if I want to. And we're just gonna do that. We're gonna do just that. So, we might die here. We might die fighting this quest, but we're gonna try. So, a quest like this, it will spawn you into a map. And there will be monsters around. Down on the bottom left here, we see the minimap. And you see each of these red dots is an enemy. And all of these enemies are coming towards me. So this is gonna be like kind of a little bit of a gauntlet here. So we're gonna make sure that we stay on top of the killing game here. And even the ducks and bunnies are attacking you in these kind of quests. Yeah. We are doing fine. Half HP, no problem. There's like 7 enemies left. There's no enemies around us right now, so that gives me time to use one of these oak bandages. Use. And that will heal us over time. You see, if you're not... oh, nice. We had a splash hit, so what the axe also does, you see, in green it says it attacks enemies adjacent to the target. That's what happened there, so that's also a good thing about the axe. You know, if you go in unprepared, if we wouldn't have, you know, this basic axe and this boomerang, this could go south very quickly. If you're getting surrounded by monsters and you can't kill them quickly enough. You know, we do have good base stats and, you know, good basic equipment. So that quest was no problem for us. And we also have the opportunity to like collect some more stuff here. Put the flour here, put the heart in here, put that meat in there. The drinks can leave. Also, we don't really need these nuts. And the straw. Coffee beans can perish, it seems. That's it's fresh, so it means it can perish. Well, the Crim as well. They count as nuts, but they don't seem to. So they don't seem to perish even if I don't put it in the cooling box. So I'm not sure there. Yeah, it's gonna use the time here. The last enemy is down there on bottom right. I'm just gonna use the rest of the time to maybe collect some more leaves. Be nice. Leaves are actually one of the rarer things. As I've come to experience. Like leaves is the thing you run out of first most of the time. More of these flowers. Now where's the enemy is right there. Flower goes here as well. No flowers. Flowers are just good for basically selling. I like just selling the flowers for some basic income. And there we go. Quest is done, but we can still stay in this map if we want, you know, to collect all this stuff. Getting some more leaves. Now we can make more makeshift beds for our would-be residents. And also already existing residents. Picked up another blue herb, which is good. Okay, finish up. We are exhausted. And nice. We got some more platinum, I believe. Yes. One more platinum coin. Just put it in there, like having it there. So, are there any other quests? Research equipment, Caesar salad, or jelly. Can't do any of that. So we are done here for now. Let's head back home. That was very successful. Oh, I'm also hungry. So let's just eat this. Eat one apple here. Now we're back home. And look, we have a chest. And that's our first bill. God damn it. But that's... I don't believe that's a tax bill. That is just a regular bill. I think. I'm not sure. And we got another journal from Lutz. And this is the package. You know, we can move this package around. Let's put it here. And we can open it, and there's all our stuff. Let's take a look at this hammock. And just put it down. Why not put it down like in our house? Just have this be like a little bit of a hobo camp right here. Nice, puppy seems to like it. So yeah, nice. And also we have this chest that we can't open. We're just gonna put it right next to the other one that we can't open. Gonna have to make a second house at some point. And then let's consult the shipping chest here and see. Yeah, I do want to keep these scrolls. Not really interested in this ice arrow. I do need some money because I am gonna keep having to pay these bills. So I'm gonna sell some stuff here. Gonna read this in a bit. Kind of wanna sell these two potions. Actually, we're gonna keep this. Poison we can sell. And these flowers we want to sell. This heart. This grotesque offal. Okay. This is cleaned up a little bit. And now what I'm gonna do is just gonna open this and say take all. Then auto dump a lot of it. And do it again. Auto dump it again. And then let's see. We have a little bit more space here. Put this here, these stones we can put in there. Some more of these logs. Actually this is starting to look like just a stone and log test. I'm actually gonna take out the rest of this, put the logs here. And then we have this this chest right here hold like stuff like branches and all of that stuff. I still don't like this organization, but it's all we have for now. And actually, maybe I don't want these. Well, I absolutely want this in my inventory. So let's do something else right now. This adventure log. I'm not even sure if I really want that around at the moment. Put those here as well. Okay, great. Then we have this package that we got, and this is also just a container that you can take with you. You can put in. It's basically a free chest, and the good thing about this is it only weighs 0.8, so that is a great extra container to take with us. So now we have a lot more space in our inventory. Isn't that amazing? So now I can have a little bit more order. We can put stuff like potions and scrolls, like all the consumables, and you know, why not also this soda and stuff, stuff that we you know rarely want to access, like this bed we can put here. These platinum coins, just this stuff, this bill, it can also go here. For now, like if we get more scrolls and potions, then this will be our potion chest. And then we have these leaves. Actually, oops. No, the leaves go in here. Leaves and that piece will go here. Sorted? Yeah, that sort. I don't really know what the sorting did. Doesn't look more sorted than it was before, but you know, whatever, man, whatever. String can go here. So now we have a pretty clean inventory. Isn't that nice? And we can even close this up and then open it whenever we need it. Okay, we got this. Let us put down the gramophone. Okay, this is the same. Nice. Okay, so now we can actually, with the gramophone, we can actually change the music. This is gonna be... Oh god damn it, I want to put it on the ground, not on top. I guess what I have to do is, whoops, grab this hearthstone, place it here, grab the gramophone, place it there, grab the hearthstone again, now I can place it on top again. Okay, good. We have a gramophone. We have a gramophone. Okay, next thing. Where's Mr. Puppet? Where's the little Papa dog? Stone here, just get rid of it right away. Keep our property nice and clean so stuff can grow. Now, this is just outside of the map, so we can't harvest from here. Sadly. Puppy is just not here. And also I need to sleep. I cannot collect these things right now. You're behind the house. Or is he inside? I don't know where the there he is. There he is. Okay. I want to actually talk to you. And say join me. Yes. We now go with Poppy the puppy again. And I want to trade with you. And I want to give you this straw light mail. So now you have some dodge value. I can take this wooden shirt back. I don't think I need it anymore. Maybe someone else needs it. I'm gonna put it into the community chest. Eventually I want this chest to, you know, be empty. and have it be the actual community chest, which is gonna be useful for all my residents. But for now, it does what it has to do. Okay. Before we end this video, let's go to sleep and then read Lutz's diary. And I actually wanna now, yeah, of course Lloyd claimed this hammock. I'm gonna let him have it, but I'm still gonna sleep on it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I'm hungry. Eat another apple. And some more of these nuts. And I do have to sort out the food situation a little bit more because, you know, I have a puppy with me now. And we basically want to do more quests in that town. Or basically more quests in general. To get more platinum coins. That's what we're gonna keep doing next time. And get more of these skills. And then we can go in more dungeons and everything. Put this trash away. Put the rest of the stuff away. Doesn't this look great? We have good storage space. We can just dump our inventory whenever. Let's read Lutz Volume 4. Life by the beach has its own charm. If you plate some cactus flesh and seaweed, it almost feels like a resort. With the big leaves of the palulu trees, I can make simple dishes, and cactus needles serve well as toothpicks. Cactus needles, bond. There's rock salt too, but digging it out isn't easy. My old pickaxe can't even make a dent, but I don't plan on using impossibility as an excuse. I'll figure something out. Until the next letter. That's the former hero in the remote forest. So yeah, now this directs us toward the beach even more, you know. We can get needles, we can get stuff from the beach. This is also what we're gonna do in the next video. Okay, always gonna clean that up, put them, just pretty much return the letter to sender. I'm just gonna sell this letter to people. I guess someone's gonna make a survival guide. Also, we have this quest here. I'm gonna have to remember that for next time. So we still have some like tutorial quests to do, or main quests, whatever it is. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I surely did. My name has been Gidon, and most probably will remain being Gidon in the future. Well, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.